use the keys, but they are mere trespassers. Only I, Thor, know the true power of the void. It is time. I will. This death is temporary. My existence is forever. I cannot be destroyed.
Now what do we have here? We have a Panzer with 48k health. Now if we pull these guys together, put a bit of vital in them, detonate them, we've got dots of millions, toxin dots, going into the millions. Obviously there's less people grabbed here, but the toxin dot's still 40,000, which is nothing to scoff at really. So the more we pick up, the more toxin dot we get. Now how we're achieving this, so we've got parasitic link on this Panzer. We have toxin status damage shards on Nidus, and we've got larva burst here. And look at that, 642k. If I had more vital in them it would do them better. But you're getting the gist of just how this is going. So we stay linked to this guy here. Now if we sling, then link him, we should get a bit better stats. So now he's up at 48k, 49,000. Now let's unpause these guys and look at what happens when Vital Quills gets put on these enemies. Look at our health. Our health doesn't budge because Vital Quills is coded as melee damage, so it's constantly healing us. Just constantly healing us. Now if we melee these people, look at that, we give the Panzer back Overguard. Now he sometimes generates his own Overguard. I don't know if that's through melee influence or if it's through the Vital Quills being coded as melee damage and the pack leader giving him Overguard through the melee damage through his own damage. I really don't know. But if we look at this, look at our health, it just can't budge. It is insane because his melee damage is healing us, and then we can nuke them with the Larva Burst too. Get full combo. Now we just want to stay linked to him. You also want to stay linked to him, keeping his health up, blah blah blah. Now if we pull these guys in here, put a bit of viral on them, detonate it, dots over the million easily, very easily. So how are we achieving this? Show the mods in a second. Now, I think this would be better with the Hound, but right now the Hound seems bugged. The Hound would be able to get insane health too, and the Hound would be constantly spreading status on everybody, which would be constantly healing us as that, you know, the little electric ball bounces down. So again, we'll just get a bit of vital in these guys, group them together, bit of vital in them, detonate it, and we've got dots over 2 million there I've seen, which is just ludicrous levels of damage. And look at our health. As long as that vital quills it up, we are constantly staying healed. We can constantly heal the Panzer in turn if we melee, which is just a true symbiotic, immortal relationship, which is quite fitting for this Nidus rework, I'd say. I've done it with the Charger. He gets about 50k health, but he just doesn't seem as good. He doesn't work as good as this sort of setup, in my opinion. If we just stand here, look at this. The Hound is the one that I really want to make work. Look at the Panzer's health. Couple of melees and he's back to full health. Group them together with this, detonate it, and our dot damage wasn't as good because, well, it still killed him, but our dot damage wants to really scale off of enemies grabbed with the larva. That's what's really scaling this dot damage, the shards and the amount of enemies we pick up. So look at his health, he's at 49k, double what we've got. And he's Overguard, so we'll see if he can generate his own Overguard here with this melee damage. Or if it was maybe just melee influence in the mission that was generating it. Now look at that, his health just isn't going down. Maybe from the health shards in the ground, I don't know. But he's killed everybody and wiped them out, no problem. So we've lost our link now, where is he? put a link back on him. And his health went right down. We need to heal him back up. We'll heal him up with a few melee hits, surely. Yeah, and he's back up to 40,000 health. Now, even Nidus' damage with his stomp is pretty crazy. You know, if we put these guys together and we stomp them, it can be into quite a lot of damage. I don't remember it being that strong before. And also, I don't know if this Toxin Dot's going to scale all the way up to level cap. If it does, that is just absolutely absurd. Because we're already killing Steel Path with ease here into the millions. And if this scales to level cap, that's going to be absolutely hilarious in Cascade to run about and just Toxin Dot huge groups of enemies and wipe them out. So we'll get some Xmas in, see how we do with that. Then we'll show the mods. Then we'll show why I think the Hound would do the best for this, because we can link to him too, we can link to the Moas, and we can link to all three moving companions. The only ones we can't link to are like Diriga and Nautilus and stuff like that. So, still link to this guy. Now the heat dot's going on to the companion, which can be a bit of an issue, it can kill him. Show this, see if it downs him. Yeah, it's going to down him. But as long as we keep healing him, we should be okay. Now look at our health. Now with Symbiotic though, we've lost our link, so that's the big issue with this. You don't want to lose the link. You can, if you can't find your companion, just link to any one of these idiots. And you know, look at our companion's health, it's still fine, it's still going to get up to a huge amount just because of link vitality. So he's not going to struggle to survive. So we shouldn't have really any issues here with surviving, or the companion surviving. You know, even when we don't link them, look at that, he's at 28k health, which is just absurd. And we're healing him on every hit, which is nice. So if we summon in these guys again, let's see how we get on. We're linked to this guy here. And look at his overguard, breaking, and get back straight away again. Nothing new there. Now look at that, he seems to be gaining overguard himself. I think that might be through the viral quills. This is what I was talking about. As long as the viral quills are up, sometimes he's gaining overguard when he's damaging overguarded enemies. Toxin Dots. There's not much enemies grabbed, so the Toxin Dot won't scale that well. So we'll want to have a lot of enemies for that Toxin Dot. So now let's go over these mods. So the way I've set this up is this. We've got Nidus, basically the same as my old Nidus level cap build, which done it with absolute ease. So we're getting a bit of corrosive dots here with Larva Burst. Larva Burst obviously giving us the toxin damage when we recast it here. Parasitic Vitality is getting us up to 20k health without any health investment really here. You know, what's he got? Base, nothing here. We've just got Toxin Shards. We've got a Casting Speed Shard here. If you don't want to do this Toxin Dot kills, you could swap this out here and put in the Human Virulence. You can get 500 odd % crit chance, which is just absolutely ludicrous. We've got Bellicose for more strength, obviously persistence to stay immortal, free health off every time, free energy off every time we take health damage, which is going to be a constant chain and loop where we can't really die. If we ever do die, which is not going to really happen, we're going to have so many stacks here that we will have built everything back up to 20k health and the stacks back by the time they can kill us again. So, you know, this is like a fail safe. It's never really going to be triggering that often. If it does, you're going to lose 15 stacks max, and by the time you're still in that immortal animation, you're going to get them stacks back up to 200 really, really quickly, you know, but within a few stomps. So over here, what have we got here? We have got Viral Quills, which is going to be constantly healing us because Hunt Recovery, Warframe heals for companion damage dealt. So that's going to be up all the time. Status effects, Resourceful, the other good stuff. Healing our companion with this. Link Vitality to give him 20k health. Then if we're linked him, 40k health. Just the usual standard stuff. And over here, this is the claws. Now, we can go into a mission. I'll get some mission footage and put it in at the end, but I want to talk a little bit about this hound here. There's a clip already on my channel showing the hound, but he's a bit buggy right now. So this would be the hound build that I would use. This is going to put all these status effects constantly around the room. Really, really good. Don't need a Riven, swap that out for Toxin. But this is the mods here. So Synergized Prospectus is going to be bouncing around constantly all the time. Pack Leader, heal yourself. This can give us Overguard. If we've got a secondary with secondary Fortifier, it's going to give us Overguard. We're going to heal ourselves sometimes with this. He's going to have huge health. We're going to freeze the room. All of the good standard stuff you got on a Primer Hound. So if we take this here, where is it? Take this here. This is going to have Fortifier. This should give us Overguard. The gun doesn't matter. Anything with Fortifier. The Hound should trigger Overguard as well for another ridiculous layer of survivability through Synergized Prospectus, proccing it. So we'll see if we can build this up and we'll see if it works, but a lot of the time the Hound is just bugging into the ground. Sometimes he's bugging right into the ground and we can't get it to work. He's glitching kind of. See if I can get it to work this time though. So I'll probably level cap this soon enough. Oop. And look at that, Toxin dots already in the hundreds of thousands. And where's the Hound? Is he? Yeah, he's glitched into the ground again. Look at that. So I can't really showcase this. There is a clip on my channel. But the idea is this Hound should have insane health and not really struggle to die. But we'll see if we can get it to work here. Build these stacks up. Now the Hound's back. Let's link them now. And look at the Hound's health, it's 16k already. He's back underground, problem that we're going to keep encountering. Hopefully this will get patched soon. We'll just get these stacks up though. We'll show what sort of potential health this Hound can have. That's just a max stacks now. Get these guys back in and we'll see how we get on with the Hound here now. Now he's still bugged underground as we can see. Now look at these Toxin dots. Look at that. Crazy. Now if these were viral primed up from the Hound like he should be doing if he wasn't underground, that would have been a one shot easily. Now we'll put some viral on them with the nuker. We'll show what I'm talking about. Now, come on, get out of the ground. Still bugged, for fuck's sake. Can't even link them now. $239,000 Toxin dot. Just insane. But we can get these guys primed up, it'll be a lot better. See, that was bad because we didn't have as much people picked up. We really want to rely on picking up a lot of people. The Hound's still stuck underground, so I can't really show it. So I'll maybe put some footage in at the end of how this Hound was in mission, doing what I'm talking about. We get these guys together again, bit viral on them. Dots almost into the millions there, which is just crazy. So if we pull something out here to just prime them up with viral, what could we use? Like the nuker. Now if this scales to level cap, there we go, the Hound's back. Where is he? Is he going about? No, he's greyed out again, so he's under the ground somewhere. So DE, please fix this soon. Get viral on these guys, re-detonate. Dots into the millions easily. Look at that. I don't know, that should scale with our strength, so if we get our stacks back up again, then we'll just show the Toxin dots with max stacks and some viral priming. So pretty crazy dots already we're seeing on these guys. So if we summon in all these guys here, we'll pull them together, give them a bit of vital, and redetonate it. So really crazy numbers of dots damage there, as we can see. Which, let's just hope it scales all the way up to level cap, and that'll be really nice. So I'll try and edit some footage of the Hound doing what I want without him being bugged into the ground here, because it's really irritating. Cheers.